Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I will not be having my little VTuber going in the corner because I really just wanted us to solely focus on breaking down RPG Maker. And on that note, welcome to my new series. So today we are going to be breaking down how sound works in RPG Maker. So let's hop into my little demonstration. Alright, so there's a lot going on to start with, so let's go over here and... Oh wow, her snoring is loud. I don't want to listen to that. Let's just try somewhere else. Oh, you're cooking something. What are you cooking? Oh, I'm cooking dinner. Will you be sticking around long enough to eat? Oh, time to add tomatoes. Alright. Oh, hey, sorry, was I playing too loud? I'm practicing for a recital coming up. No. Oh, and she's playing even louder. Okay, probably shouldn't have ticked her off. This be nice. Good luck. And she goes back to playing at normal levels. Let's see how this works, shall we? Okay, first things first. Where does all of this sound come from? I used completely default assets. And they are found. This is my folder with my game. Ignore the numerous amount of games in here. So you go into your folder, then you go into audio, and you have 4 different options. There's sound effects, music effects, background sound, and background music. So let's look at sound effects first. Sometimes it'll take a minute to load, which is another reason I chose not to use my VTuber on this video, because it sucks the juice out of my laptop like nothing else. Alright, well you can see it's a .oog. This is default. I've tried to use other things and they just don't work as good. So there's plenty of free online converters all over the internet if you're borrowing some music from another source that has MP4, but you're gonna have to look around a little for those. Sound effects are short, non-looping clips that just play a, sound effect. Music effects are a little longer than sound effects. They play, it's like the end noise that you hear before your party is healed at the end or during the night or whatever. That's a music effect. Plays a short little music thing, not intended to loop, and it ends. Now, the background music and background sounds are both intended to loop. So they will keep going on and on and on. And background sounds, you have like the waves, the waters, the sea, the rivers. You could put a song in here. You could very easily put music in here and have it playing at the same time as the background music and have them overlapping. I warn you, that could get extremely overpowered and it just crashed. And we're back. Sorry about that. I actually don't know why it crashed. That was really weird, but I'm just not gonna go into each of the individual folders because that seemed to be the trigger. But anyways, background music is just the same thing as background sound, except for with music. So let me show you those wrong spot in the game. See this little speaker icon right here? It's kind of the same as the one that'll be on your keyboard here. And then you see everything listed here. You can test them out, change the volume, change the pitch, and change the pan. So for example, I don't know if this will transition through to OBS. So you're gonna have to trust me on the pan for this guy. But let's start, here, let's turn the volume down so it doesn't kill your ears. Let's go with Town 5, sure. No, not Town 5. No. This'll do. Alright. So volume. Changes the volume, go bigger. Pitch. Changes the speed. And audio, 100 is the center. Pan. I don't know if you can hear this through OBS, but it changes where the music's coming from. So if you have something off in the distance to the left or the right of the character, you're gonna want to pan it. Note, this is now playing in my right ear. This is now playing in my left ear. So it will play accurately dimensions. It's not muted or anything. And this works for every single thing. So if you have something suddenly open up, off to the left, bam, happens off to the left. And that's the basics of just the system. Now, using them. Here, you saw every time we walked into this room, we could hear them snoring. I just used the wind sound effect, but hey, it's them snoring if I want it to be. And so I have this event set to below characters, and as soon as the player touches it, if they're facing left, it plays the snoring sound and fades out the BGM. Now this is in here under audio and video. You only have the fade out options for background sounds and background music. This is because they loop and go on forever while these two stop. Personally, I think they should have a stop music effect option, but that they don't, but they do have a stop sound effect. So fade out, it'll give you the amount of time. It cannot be 0. You cannot instantly fade it out. But you can set it to 1 and it pretty much instantly fades out. Say BGM. So what this will do is if you have background music playing, it will save it and then you can fade it out and go on. And then without having to go through and search all the settings and everything right again, you just hit replay and it automatically replays the one that you had stopped earlier. But make sure it is still playing while you hit save. And then it's just play. Change all the settings I showed you earlier. And yeah, that's under the second tab under audio and video. All right, so here it plays the sound, fades it out. And then if they're facing right, which is something you can find under your conditional branches, the third tab, second thing down, if player is facing right, you can also do it with various events. But with what we're doing today, I don't think that would be very useful, but who knows? People can come up with some pretty creative things. So we have this. This majorly works because this is a one-way tile. There's only one way to enter this. You can't, you always can be facing one of these directions. If you have 8 directional movement, it can get a little trickier, but you just have to basically railroad your players to having to walk through this, or you can just do this guy. Which is the same thing. If playing's up, it increases the volume of the piano playing. And then if player's down, it turns down the volume. So now in this event, it changes during it. So it's just literally, when you say no, as in stop, the volume turns up because she gets angry and starts playing louder, but it reverts back to normal. And then this guy is the same thing, except for we're closer to the piano, so it's not going to fade away when we enter the room. It just gets quieter. And you start hearing the cooking noises, and then when you leave, it turns to regular. And here, have it play the SE for the chime event happening, letting them know it's time to add the tomatoes. And yeah, that is a quick and dirty breakdown. Oh, wait, something important I almost forgot. Notice how when the player first enters, the piano music starts playing. That's where this event comes in. It is set to parallel, and this priority doesn't matter. And it starts playing the nubble of the piano for where the player starts. So if they were entering the house from the outside, this would happen. This is important because you don't just want the piano to suddenly start playing when they cross any of these barriers. So it's important to have this, and then the erase event means that it will only happen once per spawning in the map. So every time you walk in, it'll activate, and then it will not happen again until you walk in again without having to use any complicated self-switches or anything. It's really simple. And yeah, okay, I have covered everything now. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this new series. If you have any questions or want to know about RPG Maker or how it works, leave them in the comments below, and I will make sure to get to them. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!